every car company needs a flagship product which they can really demonstrate all the technology and design with. And in 2016, the best way to do that is to make a crossover or an SUV. And that's exactly what Tata have done with this, their brand new Hexa. Now yes, there are similarities between this and the Ariya, but it's not just an Ariya in a nicer frock. It is, trust me, an all-new car underneath as well. The Hexa gets a good blend of crossover and SUV styling with a large mesh grille and the swept-back projector headlamps. The bumper gets a fog lamp and a LED daytime running light setup, along with matte grey painted skid plates and an accent piece on the lower half. Along the side, the Hexa gets a set of wider wheel arches and a set of plastic claddings, along with a very interesting design element just behind the C-pillar that accentuates the SUV-like look. The rear, with its horizontal LED tail lamps, is very handsome, and the large chrome exhaust tips complete the look very well. Our favorite design element on the car though has to be the simple 5-spoke 19-inch alloy wheels that come with a black and polished two-tone look. They look really good while at a standstill and while in motion. Step into the Hexa and the first thing you will notice is how mature the cabin looks and how good the overall shut lines and joints on every panel are. The all-black theme is refreshing, and the simple design on the dashboard really shows how far Tata has come. This is definitely the best interior on any Tata car that we have seen so far. The central console gets a touchscreen infotainment system, and although it does not get Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, you do get an app-based sync-up with your smartphone that supports navigation and a music jukebox. You also get a rear-view camera and parking sensors, cruise control, but there is no start-stop button. Now the leather seats that you get as standard on the top of the line version look and feel great, and they're great to touch as well. The feel of the leather is really high quality. But my main worry is the fact that they are a little too stiff, and passengers, especially at the rear, might complain of backaches, especially on longer distances. Rear leg space though is great, and passengers both in the center and last row get their own AC vents, charging points and storage areas. You could have the Hexa in both a 6 or 7-seater option, but the last row could get a little cramped for someone tall and is best suited for children. Now under the hood, the Hexa pretty much has the same mechanicals as a Safari Storm, which means you get a 2.2 litre turbo diesel CRDE engine with 156 horsepower and 400 Newton meters of torque. Now that seems great on paper, right? Well, the Hexa weighs 2,280 kilograms. That's nearly 2¼ tons. So if you expect this thing to do blisteringly quick 0 to 100 sprints, forget about it. That said, once you do get it going, the Hexa does have a good mid-range with all the torque actually being usable. Now you do get an option of a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed automatic gearbox. And now, well, we know most people will eventually buy the manual, but we think at that price point, 16 or 18 lakhs, India is pretty much ready to adopt and to accept the automatic, and we think the Hexa with this automatic gearbox might have a chance to go up against competition like the XUV, which is also offered with a 6-speed automatic. The gearbox gets a sports mode that is much more responsive, and the Autobox can actually adapt depending on your throttle position and speed. Our only concern is the fact that it does take a lot more effort to actually shift the automatic gear lever, and that is something Tata should address and improve immediately. If you are still interested in the manual though, it is definitely the faster car, but clutch action does feel a little jerky, which could be a little tiring in traffic or longer drive conditions. On the flip side, the manual does get driving mode options that allow you to choose from a comfort, sport and rough road mode, which is ideal for some light off-roading. One of the best parts of the old Ariya was the fact that you got really great ride quality, and the Hexa improves on it. There's a bit of floatiness at higher speeds, but on the whole, if you have a car full of people especially and a whole bunch of luggage, it does feel really well planted. In a car this tall and this heavy, body roll is something you would expect, and you would be correct. That said, it is now much better than the Ariya and doesn't roll about like the older Ariya would. Another area of concern that we have are the brakes, and although all 4 wheels do get disc brakes, the brake pedal itself lacked confidence while gently using it in the city. If you do slam on the brakes though with a good level of pressure, the Hexa does stop really well in a straight line, due to its ABS, EBD and ESP settings. On the safety front, you also get 6 airbags in the top of the line model. The Hexa is an honest product from the Indian car maker and is a quantum leap for Tata Motors as a package, both in terms of its mechanical abilities and its design language. It will go up against the likes of the Mahindra XUV 500 and even the Hyundai Creta, and we expect prices to be around the 12 to 17 lakh mark and it to be launched very soon in January 2017. In fact, with the kind of technology and quality offered, the Hexa could even challenge the likes of the Toyota Innova Krista.